Yo, how's it going, guys? Raisins here, back with another video, and today it's a really quick one. I'm going to teach you guys how to leash the wave or pull the wave, and I'm also going to quickly go over a couple reasons why you'd want to do this, the pros and cons. It's not going to be a super in-depth guide, but it's just going to, give you guys the basic tools to leash the wave and get an advantage if you don't have to leash. If you don't have to pull for your jungler on red buff or on blue buff, depending on which side you're on, you can make the enemies lose a creep, and this is a really powerful tool. So I'm going to show you guys what to do. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and it would really help me if you subscribed if you like the channel. So cool, let's get into it. I'm just going to pop myself over into this brush right now, and I'm going to speed the game up just a bit so that we get the minions spawning. Now, the purpose of pulling the wave is really simple. One minion in your wave is going to get like ganged up on, and it's going to die really fast, which means the enemies are going to lose one melee minion. And what that means is you have level 2 advantage. Basically, you are going to have one creep and XP advantage, and that's a very big deal. It matters a lot. So as you can see, the enemy creeps are arriving, so what we're going to do is literally just stand outside the brush and wait for them to aggro on me. You can even walk up all the way here, get all the casters to aggro, and then go back in the brush. And as you can see, every single red creep is attacking the blue creep. Now, what I found when testing this is generally, like, the melee minions have a tendency to lose aggro very easily, so they won't, like, they're not as sticky as the caster minions. But as you can see, the blue creeps died. One of the melee blue creeps died very quickly. Now, depending on how long the enemies stay to leash, they might miss that creep. And if they miss that creep, that's a big deal. But then the reason why you'd want to do this is so that the wave, as you can see, the wave is starting to stack into you. It's pushing towards you. It's not neutral. So what this means is the enemy team is going to have to figure out, this could be a good or a bad thing. This depends a lot on your matchup, but the enemy team has to figure out what to do with this. So one of the benefits is, for example, if I was playing a very strong level 1 lane, I'm an Alistair, I'm not very strong, but imagine I was playing Lulu. What I could do is, as you can see, we could just not hit the wave or hit CS the wave very carefully, and me and my AD carry could be, we could be playing up here and here. Like, they're standing here, I'm standing here. We just zone, and what's happening is these guys, these red creeps are just demolishing the blue creeps, and you're not going to get any CS if you're the enemy team. You're just going to be sitting under your tower. That's a very powerful tool as a winning lane to abuse. And then the second thing we could do is simply just use our level 2 advantage. It's that simple. You don't need to overdo it. So you don't have to let the wave, like it's doing here, stack. You don't have to, like, give up basically trading power, because the only thing you need to remember about big waves early game is they're like a third champion. They will just destroy your health bar. So just make sure you don't trade in these giant waves. Like I said, if you do want to trade in kind of this zone, as you can see here, behind the creeps, so that they don't aggro on you. But what you can do is just get level 2 advantage. And as you can imagine, level 2 advantage on a lot of champions matters a lot. And then just to round this video off, because it's a very simple tactic, but you can use it in a lot of really nuanced, detailed ways. I'm not going to go into every single way you can use it. That's probably for another video. But one of the really interesting things you can do is just get a third wave crash if you're the enemy team. So this is kind of like how to counter it. If you can trade, if you are like not that hard losing level 1, so it's a relatively even matchup, as you saw here, the red creeps were just stacking massively. Like, the third wave crashed into this blue tower, and it was a lot of minions. So what you can do is just reset on that wave if you're red team. So what do you do about that if you're blue team? Well, that's the reason why I wanted to make this video. Don't pull the wave and then do one of these two things. This is how you pull the wave and then ruin your lane. Do what I just did, pull the wave, and then you back off and you don't trade and you don't take advantage of your level 2. What you're doing at that point is just gifting the enemy red team a free reset. If they're smart, well, that's what they should do. If you're just going to pull the wave, let it stack up into you, and then just back off and do nothing, you're giving them a free back. So what you should be doing is instead either zoning them, and if you can't zone them, what you should do is try and thin the wave out slightly and abuse that 1 CS lead you have. Now, if anyone doesn't know, second wave in bot lane, as you're sharing XP, the first 3 melee minions, when they die, you get level 2. Now, keep in mind, if they have missed one, that means the first 3 melee minions plus 2 casters for the enemy team to get level 2. That's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. That's basically like an extra 10 seconds you have of level 2 to abuse. So that's how you should be pulling the wave. I hope this was useful. And like I said, if you guys want to see more videos about this, the kind of really detailed stuff that you can do with level 2s, it starts to involve the jungle, scuttle crab, reset timers, and it goes heavily into your matchup, right? It depends a lot on whether you can walk up. Like, I would never do this as an Alistair into a Jinx Lulu, for example. Okay? Why? Well, I'm going to be stuck under my tower here as an Alistair, and Jinx Lulu are going to be stacking a gigantic 3-stacked wave into me. I'm not going to be able to trade on them. They're going to reset, come back with items, and me and my AD carry are still going to be farming under the tower. So there's a lot of pros and cons to stacking the wave. But yeah, I mean, it's a very powerful tool. So hopefully you guys can think of some creative ways of abusing people with this tactic, and it's really powerful. It'll get you a bunch of early game wins. Cool. But if you liked watching this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that, and take it easy. Thanks for watching.